land is full of miracles.
You are right. The miracles are made because of the wisdom of Chinese people.
What do you mean by seeing miracles?
When I say miracles, I did not mean the Great War or the terrible virus. I mean the commonly used things that were made by common people.
What on earth did you mean?
Porcelain, for example.
Have you seen porcelain that can be seen through?
Yes, of course. Look, this is transparent ceramic.
But in the ancient times, it was believed that porcelains cannot be seen through in other countries.
Wow, Chinese people are really smart.
The secret of Chinese porcelain is the raw materials they use.
What kind of materials do they use?
They use kaolin clay.
Which is also called China clay.
I got it.
Another secret is the high temperature they use to fuse it.
Porcelain is a ceramic material made by heating materials, generally including clay in the form of kaolin, in akin to temperatures between 1200 Celsius to 1400 Celsius. The toughness, strength, and translucence of porcelain arise mainly from the formation of glass and mineral molded within the fired body at these high temperatures.
That's amazing.
Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Today we are going to talk about Fencai porcelain in the Qianlong period.
I know that Fencai porcelain developed to the Qianlong period with exquisite craftsmanship.
Fencai porcelain in the Qianlong period, through perfected in crafting and decorative technique, had forms that still left something to be desired. Some pieces were overly elaborated while others were flaunting modeling technique. Still others tried to achieve both, but none were of refined taste. The feeling of lavishness was overwhelming while not enough elegance and natural beauty was shown. Some attempts at novelty even failed to return the most fundamental qualities of porcelain. Later, in the Jiajing and Daoguang periods, Fencai porcelain production was still ongoing and strong. However, not many quality pieces were produced. What's worthy of mentioning was Emperor Xianfeng, who personally wrote the year and make label in regular script on porcelain, was accumulated by connoisseurs for his skilled calligraphy. With frequent exchange of artistic styles with Europe, Jing Dezhen's style of ceramics since the mid-Qing dynasty had a complete facelift. The simplicity, elegance, and robustness in the former Kangxi period were no longer. Instead, a gorgeous, delicate, and over-elaborated style took hold as the representative court style in this last of the feudal era. Simple and natural appearance was no longer favored in ceramics. As synthetic decorations became the mainstream, this trend lasted well into the Republic of China. The formation of the Fencai porcelain style during this time had another very important factor: the art of the common city people. During this time period, the variety of motifs of auspiciousness commonly found on porcelain ware of Jing Dezhen and commoners' kings all had origins of folklore and folk customs. The time of Yongzheng was when the court sought the combined philosophy of Confucian, Buddhist, and Taoist teachings, and the culture of the common city people were fast on the rise. In order to reflect upon these folk customs, the motifs of auspiciousness were able to make its way onto the orthodox forms of art within the Qing course. Not only did imperial 粉彩 porcelain sport the imagery of good luck, the overall decorative style of all of Jingdezhen were immersed in auspiciousness.
Can you give us some examples of auspicious meanings?
Popular motifs metaphorically hinted at events of good fortune, such as success in career and high status, achieving financial prowess, good luck in the new year, the continuation of family lineage, and so on. Their images were based on traditional ceramic motifs, popular engravings and prints, as well as other forms of handicrafts. Since the Chinese seek fullness and liveliness, the aforementioned motifs were mostly intricately detailed and brightly colored. Some porcelain vessels were even completely covered in decorative patterns, and not one bit of ground color was revealed. An example would be the 粉彩万花图, literally meaning the picture of 10,000 flowers. A different approach was to avoid coloring or the surface or the porcelain by leaving negative spaces with shapes that could resemble objects, such as a flower petal or geometric shapes. Jingdezhen from Yuan Dynasty, 青花图粉彩 of the late Qing, kept perfecting its porcelain-making crafts. The application of 粉彩 decorations and illustrations especially has yielded many successful formulas. The inseparable connection between porcelain illustrations and contemporary paintings has been kept until this very day. In order to inherit these formulas of success, Jingdezhen artisans composed and passed down many mnemonic rhymes to help succeeding generations. Remember these formulas.
Can you give us some examples?
One such example tells of the proportion of the human facial features, which is divided into 8 portions. The posture of the human figure is divided into head lengths. 7 heads when a person is standing, 5 when sitting on a stool, and 3 heads when the person sits cross-legged on the ground. When differentiating people by age and gender, the rule of attractive ladies have no shoulders, strong men and warriors have no legs, elderly men have no chests, and young children have no waists applies. The domestic states of people's bodies are exemplified by the fair young lady and the witty maid servant, the young gentleman and his smart page boy. The category of people known as 高士, highly erudite and transcendental persons, were depicted as free and above earthly society, often found in scenes of nature and self-amusement.
Aside from formulate rhymes about people, they were also few that spoken of objects and nature,
such as color themes of the 4 seasons being spring of green, summer of jade, bluish autumn, and grayish winter. The ceramic artisans of Jingdezhen relied on the passing of these rhymes from master to disciple. These were words of experience and knowledge. Through diligent observations and repeated experiments, these artisans attained the most profound understanding and handling of people's gestures and expressions. Even their movements and voices can be conveyed through still images. They also used backgrounds and objects to develop atmosphere, animals, and props to indicate the identity and mood of people portrayed. Eventually, the artisans discovered artistic laws in implementing these techniques so that the making of porcelain can be a smooth and formulaic process.
Thank you, Professor Qiu, for introducing so much knowledge to us.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching it.
See you next time.